old I'm getting. I've got a lime sweater on. Indoors.
Compare me up, Dan.
Let's compare.
What we got?
We have got the TAYLORMADE M4
Twisty
against the Srixon Z 785.
Underdog.
I would say this is the underdog, really.
Shall we get stuck in?
Let's do that.
Right, Dan's just sitting M4. We're going to collect numbers inside, which we'll show you at the end of the video. We're also going to go out on the course as well and see if there's any difference in them out there, because hitting in here to out there can be different. You've got rolls and winds and everything else, and fairways you have to hit. So we're going to give them a good test. So M4 in a 10.5,
10.5, but 2 degrees lower
loft sleeve, which does make it sit a bit open, but in other tests we've shown this. Your face will still be delivered the same because you override that by hovering the club anyway.
Yeah, manually change that myself, and does it affect me?
Yeah.
No.
Cool. What shaft we got in it?
We've got the Tensai 50 gram stiff flex, so this is quite light.
Yeah, like that.
I like light.
We're old now,
yeah, we are.
Right, as Dan continues to collect numbers, let's see what TaylorMade say about the tech in this club. M4's big talking point is the twist face. That twist face is playing with roll and bowls, giving you more curvature towards the outside of the club to try and start the ball in a slightly different direction to allow for that gearing effect. So in effect, it's trying to help you hit more fairways. The hammerhead slot on the bottom of this club, TaylorMade is saying, delivers a massive sweet spot. I'm not quite sure what that means. A sweet spot's going to be pretty much the same size on any club because there's only going to be one centre of gravity which is going to move subject to how you apply your angles, but it's there to try and give you off-centre hits help as much as possible. And also, which we've seen in other models, we've got the geoacoustic design on this club, really allowing for good feel through sound, playing with acoustics. It's something they run with for a couple of models. They're obviously happy with this design, not really changing model to model, but certainly helping it keep that feel that you expect off the club head. You also feature the changeable neck, giving you different lofts, different dialing kind of abilities when it comes to custom fitting to make sure you get the club you really desire.
Tell you how old I'm getting, I've got a lime sweater on. Indoors.
So does twist face put you off, or is it visual when you put it down at a dress?
No, don't even see it really, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Certainly not in this setting, no.
Good looking club as well, is it not?
I do, I like it. I think it's a good looking club. M3, M4, I think they both look very, very nice.
TaylorMade are never shy of bringing out a golf club that looks great.
No, I would agree with that.
Sound and feel. It's got obviously the carbon top. Does it get that carbon sound off the face?
No, it's not tinny, but it's not thuddy. It sits quite nicely in between. You know, I wouldn't say that it's overly powerful from a tinny point of view, but I wouldn't say it's a thud feel. So it's quite a nice sound. Looks wise, yeah. I mean, it just looks lovely, doesn't it?
Dan's dialing in the Srixon. Let's see what the manufacturer says about the old. What's the number?
Telephone number 785
456. The 785 has a stronger, lighter cut face design, trying to keep ball speeds quick, explosive off the face, is what Srixon are saying. Also has the lightweight carbon crown. They're going to try and move the weight away from that crown into positions where it can help you out more. And like with both clubs, you've got the changeable neck as well. You've got lots of extensive changeable loft options to dial that club in and make sure you've got the best fittable club for your game. It's quite clean in its tech. I quite like the cleanness of the Srixon line at the minute. Yeah. It's got its points and it's doing its bit on the sole and it's trying, but it's like, it's not jazzy and it just sits there and looks quite clean, don't you think?
Yeah,
looks by the ball. What do you think?
I've said it before with this club, I think, but it just gets a little bit pointy here, like this pointy bit here reminds me of what's kind of going on the back here. I do like that carbon look though. So I really love the sort of blend of the carbon in there. You can sort of, there's a hint of carbon just to sort of show that there's carbon in there.
Yeah.
But I love the way it sort of blends out into that nice black finish.
And it has to be said, the neck's extensive and great, but the reason they have their own key winds me right up. But like you lose that and you're in our world of it.
Well, you are.
You can't use your other manufacturer's keys on that club, basically. And that does
annoying.
Yes.
And it's quite big. Like that's really like.
It's a big key.
Why do we need it that big? You see,
Yeah.
that's a nice little tailor-made one.
Yeah, it's a tailor-made one-up on the key.
But I can put that in my pocket and I'm comfortable.
Hit a shop, change it.
And then I'm like, what?
So what we got in this one? You're testing what shaft?
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Artwork by Kula.
Okay, that's not right. Yeah, great.
It's a Japanese shaft anyway.
Yeah, 65 or 6S?
Is that
65?
a 6S? I would say that's 65 grams in that one.
In a stiff, isn't it?
It's definitely stiff.
Loft?
Loft, we've got 9.5 and you've got it set at standard loft here, so 9.5 head.
Perfect.
This is quite orange, it's very orange, isn't it? Like they like that in their drivers, don't they?
Does that bother you? I like the black to be honest. It looks quite
I think it
suave.
kind of shows that it's, in my view, it kind of shows that it's Srixon, because I think they've done that a little bit, haven't they?
Okay. TaylorMade wins on looks all day long for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I love the cleanness and subtleness of the Srixon, but I mean, for me, I could hit either on looks because it wouldn't bother me that much. I would give TaylorMade more points for making their club look nicer. I know for a fact if I put these both on the shop floor, let's say I showed both of these to my kids, you know, people who are coming in kind of completely empty palette, like they just want to go on looks, that's going to win all day long. That's definitely going to make people think it looks jazzier, funner, more interesting. So read into that as you will. Obviously the more experienced golfers or buyers of clubs will be watching the review and think they don't really care what it looks like, but there'll be lots of people out there who goes, yeah, I really like the look of that club. I know what he means. The little step annoys me a bit on the TaylorMade. I don't like that little step. Okay. I think it just ruins the look of the flow, but if it gives me any more club head speed, lovely. And the TaylorMade looks a little bit bigger in the M4, doesn't it? I think it just looks...
I think it's probably a little bit of that grey on the front maybe helps that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't see the twist face at all. It sits down by the ball and it sits neat. For the start. So we took these out on the course. I'm going to collect some numbers with both of these. Go and check out what we did out on the course.
This is a Ryan Little production.
M4 Srixon, not much in those again, was there?
No, not a great deal in that. Be interested to see what they do inside, but out here not seeing a great deal.
Yeah. So M4 hitting it hard, trying to get it on the green. What's it got? Now I hit that slightly toey and that's done good. I was expecting to see that one stay out there and that did come back there.
That was nice.
Right, the underdog. That's good as well. It's a nice fly, isn't it?
Yeah. Really like that club.
Again, interesting out on the course, wasn't it? Srixon does... There's not much in it, but it was edging, wasn't it? Edging M4. The M4, I like the sound, I like the feel. It's. I mean, TaylorMade haven't really made a bad driver for as long as I can remember now. I mean, the twist face we'll talk about as we go on and we look at the numbers, but again, I think I've looked at Stats PGA Tour. You can't actually see a tangible difference, no matter how much they want to shout about it. If anything, I do still worry about that ball going out to the right and not coming back a bit with twist face. But we'll look at the numbers in a second that I've captured in here, and you'll see me. I mean, I was hitting them straight as anything.
Yeah.
So let's see what I get out of Srixon inside here, and then we'll show you these numbers. Right, numbers, Dan. What have we got? Your numbers to start?
Yeah, should we start with mine? Okay, M4 to start. 153, 154 ball speed.
153, 154, yeah.
If we look at the Srixon, we got 158. So
cool,
we're
hello.
looking, yeah, definitely a little bit hotter off the face of the Srixon over the M4, and particularly for me.
Maybe you'll strike more than that, but let's carry on and look.
If we look at my spin numbers, I'm getting 2.5 average with the M4.
That's good.
And I'm getting 2.6 average with the Srixon.
That's interesting.
So within 100
spin or similar spin.
Similar spin, within 100 revs of each other, really.
But
for
you've got
that.
to remember, M4's like the friendlier, less movable of the two. So that's pretty solid numbers for a friendly club.
I would expect to see those numbers just maybe fractionally higher in the spin point.
Yeah.
Then we look at my total distances. Carry distance with the M4 averaging 263.
Okay, good.
So good numbers for me.
Yeah.
And Srixon averaging 267.
Oh, hello
So
there.
it's just pipped it. However, if you look at the best to best,
yeah, I like that.
271 with the M4.
Yeah.
270 with the Srixon.
Brilliant.
So really tight numbers with the Srixon.
Yeah.
Really tight numbers.
I mean, they're almost, for intents and purposes, they're almost identical, aren't they not?
There's nothing in it, is there?
So the underdog's done pretty good. When we went on the course as well, you did, again, twist face for you. Did you feel that it's doing anything?
Not feeling it. Not feeling the difference in that at all. Not seeing it. No.
What about my numbers then?
Your numbers. So start with the M4. Ball speed off the face. We've got 147 to 148 with your M4. Srixon, we've got 150. So you're seeing a little sneak up. Same as me, yeah, absolutely. A little bit hotter off the face from the Srixon than over the M4.
Yeah.
Spin numbers, if you look at your M4, you're looking at 2060 spin.
God,
so
that's good for M4, isn't it?
That's very good. Again, expecting to see that a little higher. And then we look at your Srixon spin numbers, you're looking at 2.1, 2.1.5.
So very tight between the two on spin.
Again, very similar to mine, weren't they? Within 100 revs of each other.
Yeah. Total
Total distance, 257 average carry with your M4. If you compare that to your Srixon at 260, so there's 3 yards in it.
Just like we're seeing outside, it just pips it like by a few yards. What's longest hit with both? Have we got that?
So whereas my one was M4 was 1 yard longer than the Srixon, yours is 261 with your M4.
Yeah.
Compared to 264 with your Srixon.
So the underdog, the Srixon, does pretty damn well, doesn't it?
It does.
It's cleaner in its tech and its message a little bit. I mean, read into that as you will.
Yeah.
But it just performs really well. But that doesn't take away from M4. M4 there is performing good. The numbers are solid. They're gameable.
Yes.
And it looks good. Not much in it. Definitely. I mean, I just personally feel like Srixon needs to be out there being tested more. But I've had this conversation with myself on video before. It's just not in chops enough. But. No. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the product. That's being put up there with one of the best drivers on the market at the minute, and it's standing up and holding its own.
Easily.
So, thanks, Dan. You've got longer, mate. I don't like this. You're like in the two.
My back is
I'm 262. I think you should become 263. That seems to be what you're.
Well, that would go down well, wouldn't it?
You might need another woolly jumper on to keep you warm with that.
I got long johns on as well.